I think we should start with your journey. How did you start your journey in the champagne world? How did this begin for you?
Well, the champagne world has always been part of my DNA, I want to say, as the French and having a dad who has always been a champagne lover. So
Mhm.
actually, that's probably the first thing that touched my lips as even like a baby. So it's not a joke, it's a real story. But since that, I always went through my journey by myself and just drinking champagne all the time. Of course, I did a different study. I didn't study champagne, but then, of course, as the time pass, you meet other people that want to discover champagne. But champagne is actually a very complex thing to understand. It's
Of
not that
course.
easy. It's easy to drink, but not easy to understand. And this is what put me on the journey of first myself start to understand what is between and behind the bubbles, and then try to educate the people about what do they have in their glass and to understand where it's coming from. So this is how
Mhm.
it started, and then so on. You start realizing that, of course, I've been living in Dubai for the last 13 years now, and the supply has
Mhm.
always been mainly through the houses, which is totally normal all over the world. That's how it
Yeah,
starts. You start bringing the house champagne, and they create the way, and then slowly the other small grower follow.
of course.
Um, so yes, again, it's really a story behind how to help people, how to help myself also to understand and
Mhm.
to spread the word for the entire Champagne, like I like to call it La Champagne with a capital C, and hopefully there will be more and more people understanding what is be in front of them, and that's the
Of
reason
course.
why I was pushed to sort of myself to organize this Instagram account all about champagne,
Okay.
all about education, of course, free of charge, and also having it sort of a bit fun. It's not interesting when things are too serious, and I don't like to
Of
be like
course.
this.
Exactly.
This is my
And I think you are doing it perfectly. Your Instagram is filled with information. It's very data driven and very educational, but also very fun and very interesting. And you showcase such interesting parts of the champagne world and some secret parts of the champagne world that you can you cannot see anywhere else. I love what you said, and actually, I think this is a little bit of a philosophical question when you said that it's not easy to understand, not easy to enjoy. I think, and I agree with you. Some people say that if something, an art piece or any like a human creation, is good, then everybody would enjoy it. But I think for real special things, even in art, in wine, in champagne, the very special things need knowledge, need understanding, need time to get into it and to really understand the meaning and the complexity behind it. So I think this is a very important thing that we should highlight, that uh, for these special drinks and any other special thing, it requires work to understand. So it's very a very good point.
You know, I like to also have a bridge between champagne and art. It's good
Correct.
that you mentioned that, because for me it is an art. Every single winemaker, every single grower is an artist.
Of course.
You cannot have a similar bottle between all of them. It's this is what is the most impressive. They have a lot of grapes in common. Some of them they
Of
share
course.
the same plots, some of them they share, but you will be surprised how much the personality and the heart plays within each bottle. And it's the same for art.
Of
When you
course.
have a painting or something else about art, it goes with the art. And then once you understand what is behind it, it also helps you. to know more.
Of course, totally agree. And how did you manage to switch your career into the champagne world? Like technically, you mentioned that your previous education wasn't focused on champagne, and you felt this feeling that you should really deepen your knowledge in the champagne world. And like I am curious about the technical way of these things. How did you manage to switch your career to this? Because as far as I understand now, this is your main occupation.
Correct, correct. So it is now. It was not an easy decision for some people. They said clearly to me, either you are crazy, either you are genius. Uh, Both of them, I want to say. This is how it goes. I think, to be honest, it's all about the passion. And if you're passionate about something, if you find yourself, this is the most important thing in life. I've been like thinking for so many years what to do, what else to do. And it was just in front of me. You just, because it's in front of you, you don't see it. You always try to look at other things. But it just started between friends and the sort of like why you don't do anything within the champagne, why you don't educate. In a dinner, it was always the same. Whenever there is a bottle of champagne, of course, all the questions were coming to me. Some of the question I could have answered them, and some other I always had to go and check books and things. So how did it started? How my journey started? It's through books. I checked so many books. I read so much, and then also I realized that every single person have a different opinion. It's not, there is no real right science because if you ask, I will take a very good example. One village called Grove, some of them, they will say, oh, it's Côte des Blancs. But some other people, they will tell you, no, it's not Côte des Blancs, it's Massif Sud d'Épernay. So how to see it, how to believe it, how to understand it is to go there. To go there, to see yourself and to learn with the people. And I want to say what I've been learning with each of the people that opened the door to me. And I will say today, I've been like adopted by La Champagne. It's, you cannot find it in the book. It will take you probably 2 lives to reach the perfect knowledge. And even like this, it's not easy. And this is what I always say, like on a tasting, on a master class to the student. I really start with, believe me, I know maybe 10% of champagne. And believe me, even if you came to my class thinking you know champagne, you will come back, you will leave with more questions. So it shows you how much deep, interesting it is, and but also complicated to fully understand.
Thanks for watching this video. You can watch the full podcast episode by clicking here, or watch another interesting video by clicking here. Let's continue the discussion in the comment section and see you in the next one.